Welcome to another walkthrough review. My name is Glitchman, and if you play CSGO, PUBG, Overwatch, or any other major FPS game, then this walkthrough review is for you because I'm going to be sharing some information today about a game called AimLab. Now, if you look up FPS trainers on Steam Store, you'll come across quite a few different results for aim games which help you build up your aiming skills on FPS games. But what I like about AimLab is that it's free compared to most other aim games where you have to pay at least some amount of money to download and play the game. Now, while this game has been out just for about a year, I think it's still in the development phase, but from what I've reviewed and played in the last few days, I think it's quite good enough to help you build your game, your skills in quite a few games, especially popular FPS games like CSGO, Apex Legends, PUBG, Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, as well as Ring of Elysium and several other games that I'll talk to you about. If you want to skip to any point within this review, I'll leave the timestamps for this below, as well as a link for this game on the Steam store in the description. Okay, getting into the main menu, these are the options that you see, and while you can jump straight into a custom mode if you want to, I suggest going into the options and then setting up, most importantly, the crosshair and the mouse sensitivity for the game you want to play. Now if you drop down this box, you can see several different FPS games. I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends recently, and that is why I have Apex Legends set up there. But at the same time, you can also apply weapon recoil and add ADS as well if you want to. But for the purpose of this video, I've just kept it off. And more importantly, I'm not sure about the weapon recoil system, how the game imports the weapons recoil for this game from several different games, because the guns aren't the same. But I'll get to that later. Now, you can get either into training mode or a custom match. A custom match is where is pretty much having the same modes as the training mode, but you can tweak the parameters for every different exercise. For example, I choose ninja shot here. I can toggle the parameters like the target speed, the cursor, the target size, so on and so forth. And for every mode that you choose, you can either go for speed, or you can choose how big you want the target size to be, that is to work on your precision. Here's how the gameplay looks like in a few different modes. Now, if there's anything I like about this game, it's the tracking system. Every drill has its own different tracking system, but you can get your basic score, your accuracy, your reaction times, as well as a lot of insights on your performance as to how you did for that particular test. It also lets you know if you have a slow hand, if you're overshooting or undershooting a target, which means you can adjust your sensitivity accordingly. And the best part is it tracks your record over time, as in this case you can see there goes my accuracy, it's going downhill. But also no matter how long you've been playing it, it tracks how you do through that period of time, which is very good to see how you're doing on the long run and to check if there's a certain skill that you need to work on in refining. And that's what puts this much ahead of any other FPS trainer system. Now, my final verdict, go for it, because not all FPS games have training systems or training modes, and for the games that do have, for example, like PUBG. Oh, we all know how that turns out to be. But jokes apart, I think this is great in terms of adding to the main core characteristics of FPS games, such as tracking, flicking, reflexes, speed, precision, and so on and so forth. And so I think this is an absolute must if you want to improve your aiming skills. But there are a few drawbacks, I would say, to the game itself, such as it's still in the development phase, but it's, I think, in my opinion, pretty good enough to work on your aim. Now next is the recoil system. This game has its own ADS system in place, which may not exactly be the same as the game that you are currently playing, and for that reason I think you'll still have to get used to the gun mechanics of your main game. But apart from these, I think the game is absolutely good and I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm still training every day on the game. So with that, I come to the end of this review. I hope you liked it and it added some information to what you currently know. If anything else, let me know in the comments below. If you love this content, please give it a like, share and subscribe. It would mean a lot for me. With that, this is Glitchman out.